Welcome to episode 7 of Hinamatsuri. Last time we had the pretty emotional episode of Anzu not being homeless anymore. She's now living with this couple and is going to be working at their restaurant. Also, Hina met Nita's mom and sister, and we're just going to see where it goes from here. I'm looking forward to it. We didn't have any Hitomi, so we'll see if she makes an appearance. But yeah, if you want to see the discussion, time code is in the description if you want to skip to that. Also in the description is a link to the Patreon if you want to be able to watch the next episode right after this one, because they come out a week early over there. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch episode 7 in 3, 2, 1, play. It's called Anzu is a Greeter now, so I guess that's her first job. Before we get her in the kitchen or anything... Still got a white outfit, just like before. Yep. Just stand at the door and say, "Welcome to Raiken." Is that what it was called? Customer is always right. She's like, what? We value them. Alright, you gotta learn how to talk to customers. And to your boss. Is it just the two of you? Do you not have any other employees? Okay. You know, in the last episode, the title was, Nita has a dandy dad or whatever, and I was like, we didn't even see his dad. His dad is dead. Just because they were referring to Hina, and I just never thought of that. I just don't think of her as Nita. Even though, like, in the episode, you know, it's with his family, and she's Hina Nita, and I'm talking about that. When you just say Nita, I just don't think of her. Because I always call him Nita. I've never called him Yoshifumi. The only reason I even know that's his first name is because I looked it up. I always just call him Nita. That's what I know him as and refer to him as. So when the title is Nita has a dandy dad, I'm just not thinking of Hina. I should have at some point, but it's just not where my mind went. So I was like, why is the episode called that? I'm a dummy. It's fine. So he's the dandy dad. And once again, we have focus on Anzu, her adjusting to her new job, and being the actual main character. Because, like, let's face it. Had to learn to be homeless, now has to learn to have a job. So I said, let's see if we get any Hitomi this week. It's up in the air if we even get any Hina. She doesn't know what to do other than the greeting. After they're there, what do I do? Staring them down. Can she, like, wash dishes or something? The prices... She's blown away by simple things. Somebody we know? Hey! Of course. Okay, I'm getting the hang of these things. $8 whole. Oh my god! $8! You gotta be a fucking millionaire! Yeah, that sounded sarcastic, honestly. Oh wow, you want that dish? Oh, you must be so rich. Oh, he's just some normal asshole. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it just sounds like you're insulting the customer. This poor normal guy. I work here. Soon enough, she'll be rolling in dough. They're gonna pay her, right? Yeah. You're not gonna get any work out of Hina. Okay. Look at how much money is in there. You're not gonna fucking believe it. $15! She's like a 4-year-old or something. Like when you first start to understand money, but you don't understand, the value and how much is a lot. Oh, I earned $5. Yes! She's washing the chopsticks. Yeah, I don't think you wash those. Oh my god, we don't reuse every little thing. This is unbelievable. I wonder, the author of the manga, how much experience with homelessness they've had, or just, research? Because, again, that's a huge part of it, and now transitioning from the homeless mentality into this, there's, quite a bit of attention paid to it and to the details. A bath. That is not a bath. Mm-hmm. Electricity. It's magical. It's interesting to think about how much you take the stuff for granted. How much value it has to somebody who didn't have it before. Still got her nameplate. Alright, Anzu's doing her job. What? Panties. Pandas. Okay, we're sleeping in class. Hey! The teacher acknowledges it! Finally, it happened! We finally address it! Yeah? It took you long enough, teacher lady. What the fuck? Seizure! She's seizing! What the fuck just happened? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? I've not been that confused since the beginning of the show, when Hina showed up out of the roof, and I was like, what? What just happened? Demon. But, why? Was she possessed? Why was it pointillism? Oh, Hina's gonna maybe do a thing? Still sleeping. Hina for president. Oh yeah, that's the job for her. The new rule is that we can sleep all the time, even though I already do. Power. All powerful, reigning over my schoolmates. With an iron fist. He's like, what? You're alive? Also a question, are we going to have psychic powers in this episode? Because they're practically gone entirely from the equation. Will she use them at all? Take that power. can't be the president? Okay, we'll see what happens. I got this. I will assume all the power for myself and become almighty. Anzu is learning to have a nice proper job, whereas Hina's going to go on a power trip. I want sleep without getting scolded. I want more for lunch. I think everybody can relate to that. Perfect. You got a platform. Vote for me. I'll make things better. Vote for me. I'll make things better. Now, what were you actually saying? I definitely misheard because I was sleepy. Total disbelief. Let's see if he writes something for her. It's incredible. That's a word for it. Yeah, she's finally doing something, taking some kind of initiative. Oh my god, they're gonna get the Yakuza to fucking make her the president. Yeah, man, she's doing something. She's being active. He knows what's up. So they're not gonna go, like, threaten the school and all the kids. They're just gonna write a speech for her. Alright, let's hear this shit. What is she gonna say? I have no idea where this is gonna go. Is it actually somehow gonna happen? Or is it just gonna be, she doesn't get it and we're done? Okay. Soda in the water fountains. Yeah, I mean, they said that. So, maybe she'll be on the council. Maybe they'll break the rules. She's just going to read the speech. She can't improv. Lunches? Damn, fucking some actual info here. They don't know, but it sounds like you know what you're talking about, so they'll be like, yeah. She doesn't know what she's saying. Total deadpan delivery the entire time. No, I knew it. I knew she was going to say it. And by improving lunch, we will all be eating better, which means we will inevitably become sleepy. Nap time! Okay, well, you're not nailing it entirely, but, and then the nap, you know. Wow. How much do you have? Holy shit, you have charts and graphs. They can't even see that. You're not even gonna, yeah, like, they can't see that. You're not showing them. Okay, well, it started strong. Yeah, you would have some questions. Secretary? Alright. She's on the council. What? Will she show up? Will she do anything? Yeah, you don't have the power, now you just have responsibility. I don't know what the secretary will have to do. But you get dinner. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, why do you think she's gonna come? What, are you just gonna make her do it instead? Jesus Christ, this girl gets roped into everything. Hina's the secretary, but she has to do it? How do you just... Oh, you come do it. What the fuck? It's horrible shit. People just drag her into everything against her will. Why? No, they think... He thinks it's her. No, yeah. Don't make her, like, be this permanently now. She's... Okay, yeah, you be secretary. But she's got a job. She's a bartender, now she's this. She's not gonna have time for anything. I don't... Oh, man. Poor Hitomi. Roped into more shit. Is that right? She seems to be able to hold down the fort just fine. Top 10? What are the others? Yeah, you would know she'd have to get it from somewhere. So, she got the spot, but that plot is done because she just didn't do it afterwards. Talking to her about dating. But it gave Hitomi a new plot. She's the secretary. Who knows? Maybe don't. Or maybe it'll somehow work. I don't know. What? Oh, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, that's the image. That's what happened. Why do you trust her to say it properly and make it effective? For all I know, it could work. Or at least work better than I give her credit for. Oh yeah, you could just say that. She already knows that part. And getting your daughter to ask her out for you. Yeah, that's what she's gonna think. But how do you feel about that? Uh-huh. Did she? No. You can't lie about that. She literally is unable to do that. And what more do you want? Saying I've become useless. I'm being replaced by the younger generation. Okay, somehow that worked and we've got a date. Is it going to be a really short date at the end of this episode? Maybe next time? Whoa. Yeah, it's a little weird to go on the date knowing that happened. But you got the date. It's a weapon. Power. I thought she was gonna knock something over and break something. Something else, not herself. Ow. That was a hell of a crunch and a hell of a sound she made. Oops. Did it really fuck her foot up that bad? Wow. How hard were you swinging her? Whoa. So psychic powers, that's not a thing in this show. That's not. Let's just forget those happened. Maybe don't tell her where Hina is tonight. I don't know if she'll want to know that you're here instead of there. She enjoying herself? Is it going well? He seems very serious. What happened? What did she say? You're wandering into traffic. This seems bad. Maybe he's so shocked that it was good, but it doesn't really seem like it. He's... Yep. Oops. Maybe don't promise her that you're gonna go bring her mom. Wow. All because she's there. But without her, she never would have said yes to begin with. It's like, I guess this is what I gotta do. I made a horrible promise. Well, did not go well. Poor guy. And that is the end of the episode. So, on to the discussion. Okay, episode 7 of Hinamatsuri. Got 3 different storylines to focus on here. One of them featuring main character Anzu at the beginning, learning to adjust from her life of homelessness to having a home and a real job here, starting out with the basics, learning about greeting customers, doing dishes, learning the menu. I'm sure they're paying her for this, so I can't wait until she actually has money, because she's already enamored by the concept of having more money than a homeless person. She needs to really to relearn how she views money here, seeing something that's like $8 on the menu, and she's like, oh my god, what? You know, I could get 8 cup ramens for that. What the hell? That's absurd. And it ends up being funny when Nita comes in and she just sounds like she's being sarcastic to him, because it really does when he orders that and she's like, wow, you must be rich. She totally means it, but that genuinely sounds like they're insulting you and calling you poor. Like, oh, you're gonna order that cheap thing? Wow, rich guy over here. And then later on, it's like, oh, he's not like a godlike person, he's just normal. It just sounds like she's insulting him. I like that she's still wearing white, keeping that theme going. But yeah, it's cool to see her relearning all this. Same when it comes to doing the dishes. She's like, what, we're not going to reuse the chopsticks? She was going to wash them. And it's kind of a conflict for the guy, too, because he told her all these things that the homeless people taught you that has all stayed within you and is being carried on through you, but he has to kind of make her forget some of that and teach her the new ways to do things. But, you know, there's a balance to it. He can make sure she understands that stuff is pertinent in certain situations, but here, this is the better way to do it. So, it'll be fine. And not knowing she can use hot water in the shower and everything, she has to really adjust here. And like I've said many times, the fact that this show focused so heavily on this homeless subplot was a huge surprise. And the fact there has been so much detail to it, especially in the last few episodes, with her now getting a home and them having to leave their park. I wonder what the deal is with the author of the manga, what inspired them to make this such a big part of the story. if they've ever had experience with it themselves or have known somebody who has, or just did a lot of research into it, because I feel like there would have to be some research into it just because of the level of detail and care that seems to be put into it, because it would be easy at this point to just brush it aside, be like, okay, the homeless part is done. She was homeless, that's funny, and now we're moving on. But it's like actually treated very seriously, and there's a lot of detail put into it. We're really dealing with an actual transition. Her going from this one life to a very different kind of life, and having to deal with all the emotions like in the last episode, and learning all these new things like in this one. So yeah, just the fact that even though she's not homeless anymore, that is still such an important part of her character, and there's such detail put into that, is still cool. Psychic powers, though, are not part of this show. I don't know what you're talking about. Psychic powers? When? I think it's 3 episodes now. Maybe, where we haven't had them at all. Something like that. So yeah, like, this could just be a different show. Like, just disregard the first couple episodes where there were psychic shit happening, and just same thing. We've just gone somewhere totally different. Again, not what I expected from the beginning. The second part of the episode is probably my favorite. We finally have a teacher acknowledge Hina sleeping in class. I've been waiting. I want to see more of that kind of stuff. And I was like, when are they going to get mad at her over this? And the teacher finally snaps and gives her some shit. Although I cannot say I understood in the slightest what the fuck was happening with Hitomi. Her arm was possessed by Satan, and she drew a demon with pointillism, and then she was like, I did a thing, and I don't know what happened. The teacher was yelling and was scary and was like a demon, and what happened? I didn't follow, but sure. But yeah, the Hina is gonna run for class president, which, I mean, okay, you know, she's just doing it so you can sleep and not get scolded and have more lunch, but she's doing something. It's some kind of an initiative, something for her to do, something she's never done at school before. Just let it happen. When they got the lawyer involved, I honestly thought they were gonna, like, threaten the kids' families. Be like, the Yakuza's gonna come and break your fucking legs if you don't vote for Hina. But no, not that much. They just wrote the speech for her, because she just wants power. And it was going really well at first. She's got a lot of details about how she's gonna make this lunch thing happen. Kind of goes off the rails when she talks more about sleep and starts reading, like, the cues as actual parts of the speech, and doesn't get it. Even if that's just because of the fact that first years can't be president. So yeah, that was there established up front. First years can't be president. They even told her when she was giving her speech, but she just went on with it anyway because she can't improvise. She just read the speech anyway. So the whole time I'm like, so is it just not going to happen? I was really curious where it was going to go. Like, are they going to somehow break the rules for her? Or is she going to get another position on the council? Or is she not going to get it, and then this is just a one-off joke and it's done? She did end up getting a spot. Can't be the president, so you don't get the power that you craved. But you're the secretary, so you can do some stuff. But then I'm like, yeah, but she's not going to do it. Not going to show up to these meetings, and she's not going to put in any work. And sure enough, she doesn't. At all. So who gets roped into it? The one who always gets roped into anything. Hitomi. And now she's just got a whole another load of shit on her plate. She's already got her job, making her so sleepy and taking up so much of her time. Now she's got this to do, too. She's got to be the secretary. She just does it. She's just too nice and won't say no, and she just does all the work, and they're like, you be secretary from now on. So now she's got that going on for her, too. So that's good, because I have asked before about keeping the bartender storyline fresh, but if Hitomi has this going on as well, and keeps getting more shit added onto her plate, that switches it up a little bit. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed that Hina wasn't maintaining the spot, because I feel like Hina needs something, because Anzu is the main character of this show, and Hitomi is the secondary character, and Hina is kind of just there on the side sometimes a little bit. She doesn't feel that important. Anzu has a big story happening, like a big emotional arc. Hitomi has her storylines. Hina just gets like little comedic segments every now and then. And so you have this, which could lead into something for her that could be a continuous storyline, her being the secretary and fucking it up or getting better at it or whatever, but no, it just, she abandons it and it's Hitomi's now. So it works, but, you know, would have been cool to just get something for Hina to make her feel more important, you know, because she is supposed to be the main character. Last segment is Nita's date with Utako, who Hitomi and Hina convince to finally go out with him. And is like, I'm gonna get you a mom. Hitomi wants her to have a mom. It's all about getting a new mom. Maybe don't bring that serious of a thing up before you've even had one date. Maybe chill with that, especially saying, like, next time I come back here, it'll be with your new mom. Maybe don't! Because then you're going to be like, shit, what do I do now? When it inevitably fails. The foot thing was kind of funny, because I wasn't expecting it. I was like, okay, he's spinning her around, he's going to break something. I assumed, like, a vase, not her. But yeah, that crunch and then her deadpan yell was pretty good. Just snapping her fucking ankle or whatever it did. But yeah, poor Hina with the foot, and poor Nita. Because of Hina, Utako doesn't want to get in the way. But would she have ever said yes in any other circumstance? Had Hitomi and Hina not been there? Doesn't seem like it. So, oh well. Poor guy. Not a whole lot else to say about this one. I would have liked it for Hina to be the secretary. Maybe try to like work her way up, somehow weasel her way to being the president, like plot things to try to take the president's job or something. That could have been a fun ongoing thing with her, but we'll see what we get. We'll see where Hitomi goes, and we'll see how Anzu does at her new job and changing her life entirely, which is the most interesting part, and Hitomi is the funniest part, and Hina is just kinda, she's there sometimes, and psychic powers aren't a thing. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they ever are a thing again. If you have anything to say about this episode, we can talk about it more in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the video around. And check out the Patreon if you want to watch the next episode right now, because they come out a week early over there. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.